professor who was a god at Excel. He would do things so fast and efficiently at Excel that it almost felt like we were toddlers banging on a keyboard compared to him. For my friends in Georgia Tech, they know who I'm talking about. Going through school, I never took a formal class in Excel, and I suspect most people haven't either, even though we use the tool daily. So I figured I was going to learn how to be faster with Excel and how to use it properly. And I've been playing around a little bit, and I think I've figured out the one thing that will make you faster on the computer. This tip not only made me faster in Excel, but also everything else I did digitally. And the advice? Favor your keyboard over your mouse. When I think about my professor, the things that he would do often in Excel, like adding resizing rows and columns, he would do in just a moment or a second just by using a keyboard shortcut, rather than trying to figure out, oh, how do I add the row and playing around with the mouse. See, the pros, what they do is they use the keyboard majority of the time, versus amateurs like ourselves, we tend to use the mouse the majority of the time. We have a mouse bias. Now, you don't have to memorize every single keyboard shortcut under the sun. I certainly haven't. I just know the ones that I use quite often for the actions I do quite often. In fact, for this video, I really just want to focus on one key, the Alt key, which I think in Excel is one of the most useful keys that you can use. The Alt key is one of the 3 keys that are involved in most keyboard shortcuts, which for Windows, that would be Control, Alt, and the Windows key. In Mac, you just replace the Windows key with Command and Alt with Option. And these 3 keys, or the 3 kings as I like to call them, they comprise the majority of all keyboard shortcuts. The Alt key in particular, though, is very special in Excel because it requires no memorization. It literally tells you how to use it in Excel. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here we are in Excel, and what you'll see is if I press the Alt key, like so, you'll see all these letters kind of appear at the top. And what those letters are is it's sort of a legend telling you which keys to press to access which menu. So for example, if I want to go to the Insert tab, right, I see that it has the N. So I press N, and now I'm in the Insert tab. And anytime you want to exit out these menus, you can press Alt again. So I will go back to the home menu, Alt, H, back to the home menu. And so what this allows you to do is very quickly accomplish tasks in Excel just by using your keyboard. For example, let's suppose I wanted to merge these 3 cells right here, merge and center them. So I'll press the Alt. I know merge and center is in the home keyboard. I see that MW allows me to use this merge command, so I'll do MW. And then I see that C is for merge and center, so I'll press C. And then I've accomplished that. In Windows, I think you don't have to do MW, it's just M. So it's Alt HMC. Or suppose I want to resize columns. Okay, well, I want to resize this, so I might double click like that, and that automatically resizes. What I can instead do is I can press Alt, then H, Format, O, and then I, autofit column width. So very quickly, I can write something cool, Alt HOI, boom. Auto adjust. This is super powerful because it teaches you the keyboard shortcuts. There's no need to memorize it. While you're using it, you can be like, oh, I want to do this thing. Let's see what the Alt shortcut is. And if you do it a lot of times, it just becomes second nature to you. You don't even think about it. Now, one unfortunate caveat to this is that you can only use these Alt shortcuts in Windows computers and on the online version of Excel like I'm using here. If you have the desktop app for Mac, this does not work, unfortunately. There is a service that, and they're not sponsoring this video or anything, I just found out about them. They're called Accelerator Keys, where if you prefer to use the desktop app in Mac, you can pay $3 per month and get these Alt shortcut keys for Mac, Excel, and PowerPoint. I personally don't use the desktop app in my personal usage. I only use it at work because the type of things that I would use Excel for at home it doesn't need that sort of power. But for you techies out there, here's that option for you. I'll link this one in the description as well. And anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully I've convinced you that the Alt key and the other two kings, the Control and Windows key, are going to revolutionize the way you work with Excel and everything you do on the computer. You master those three keys, you will be an Excel god. If you'd like to see more Excel content, leave a comment down below. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.